Over a cup of coffee, bridges are built between individuals and corporations, fostering connections that ignite innovation and drive progress. A very pleasant morning to everyone present out here. I feel privileged to warmly welcome all the dignitaries to Coffee with Corporates, where ideas percolates, collaboration brew, and the aroma of opportunity fills the air. In association with IIC and Marketing Club MIMT, Mangalmay Institute of Management and Technology, Greater Noida. And today's theme of discussion is emerging marketing trends, emphasizing social responsibility, agility, and AI conversations at the forefront. It's an honor for all of us to welcome today's distinguished guest, Dr. Umberto Salfaso, University of South California, Dr. Hari Krishna Maram, founder GDKP, Shri Manish Rakhode, OSD, Officer on Special Duty to CMD, Pawan Hans Limited, Mr. Saurabh Puri, Strategic Advisor, Institutional and Government Business Head, Growth Member, CureFit House of Cult, and Mr. Manu Singh, Country Manager, India, ZAG International, Chairman, SHM, JEDC, and Anoop Sharma, Director, Policy and Communication, CEDS, India. I would also like to welcome our visionary management in absentia, Sri Atul Mangal, Chairman, MGI, Sri Ayush Mangal, Vice Chairman MGI, and Ms. Prerna Mangal, Executive Director MGI. All the directors, dean, HODs, conveners, faculty members, and dearest students. Today's event serves as a convergence point for numerous intellectual minds, fostering a space for collaborative learning and exchange of diverse perspectives. We will now have our traditional auspicious lamp lighting ceremony as a tribute to Ma Saraswati, the goddess of knowledge. Mother, we pray your blessings with all humility. Give us wisdom to make this world a better place. May all human beings live in harmony with nature and all forms of life. And for this, I request all the admirable dignitaries, distinguished guests, to please join us for Saraswati Vandana and lamp lighting. Please.
या कुन्देन्दु तुषारहारधवला या शुभ्रवस्त्रावृता या वीणावरदण्डमण्डितकरा या श्वेतपद्मासना या ब्रह्माच्युतशङ्करप्रभृतिभिः देवैः सदा।
Thank you so much, everyone. Please be seated. Now is the time we formally welcome our guests, and for that, I would like to request Dr. Geeti Sharma, Director MIMT, to present a Tulsi sapling to Sri Manish Rakhode, OSD, Officer on Special Duty to CMD, Pawan Hans Limited. Let's have a huge round of applause for sir. Welcome, sir. I would now request Dr. Ruchika Gupta, Dean Management, to present a Tulsi sapling to Mr. Manu Seth. Welcome, sir. I now request Dr. Manju Gupta to present a Tulsi sapling to Mr. Anup Sharma, Director, Policy and Communications, CDS, India. Welcome, sir. I would now request Dr. Minakshi Sharma, Associate Dean, MIMT, to present a Tulsi sapling to Dr. Manju Gupta, Director, Strategic Management, MGI. Thank you so much, ma'am. Moving ahead, let me introduce you to the organization. Mangalmay Institute of Management and Technology is one of the premier A-grade NAC accredited institution established in the year 2002 with a prime focus on innovation, excellence, and nurturing global leaders for a sustainable future. The accreditation signifies our commitment to excellence in education and overall development, showcasing its dedication to providing top notch education and fostering holistic development and growth among students. In the dynamic educational landscape of Chairman Sri Atul Mangal stands as the beacon of genuine leadership, epitomizing unwavering commitment to creating a positive environment for both the team and the students. With a wealth of experience, his guidance has been instrumental in shaping the institute trajectory. Accompanying him is the Vice Chairman, Mr. Ayush Mangal, a self made individual and dynamic leader, infusing a youthful vision to MGI. His inclusive leadership style aims to empower students for real life success, fostering a generation of tech savvy and competent leaders. Her Complementing his leadership duo is Ms. Prerna Mangal, the Executive Director, MGI. Her vision approach focuses on nurturing an institute that encourages creativity, forward looking thinking, and a passion for learning and growth, emphasizing innovative thinking and purposeful problem solving. Ms. Prerna Mangal leadership eliminates the path of students and contributing the institute holistic development. We are very much thankful to our management. Let's have a huge round of applause for our management members. It gives me immense pleasure to introduce you to Dr. Geeti Sharma, Director, Mangalmay Institute of Management and Technology. She has created a niche for herself in academic fraternity through exceptional leadership and team building skills by creating performance oriented work culture. She has more than 2 decades of experience in teaching, administration, research, and development. Her contribution in the area of research is immense. I'm sure under her able guidance, our institute will rise to new heights. I would request ma'am to kindly come forward for her opening remarks. Over to you, ma'am.
Good morning, everyone. Can I have a loud good morning? Great. So I would like to welcome you all to this session of Coffee with Corporate, not Coffee with Karan. As we were discussing when we were having tea together, that the guests were asking me that we hope that it is not going to be a rapid fire round the way we used to have in Coffee with Karan. But yes, this is not an event where we are discussing anything personal. But yes, this is an event which is a very good platform for all the students to learn the latest marketing trends and ask as many questions as possible to the guests who have arrived today morning. And I just request each one of you to take the best out of today's event. So when we talk about the marketing trends, basically, so there's lot which is changing, which has changed, in fact, in the last many year, and is going to involve in the times to come also, right? So the definition of sales and marketing is no more the same, which we used to learn in books like Philip Kotler, or maybe you are learning in your marketing books. So there is a lot of practicality which is assigned to all those concepts, right? So we are living in an era where we talk about AI marketing automation. So these days, I think it's being integrated with AI, right? And when we integrate these tools with AI, it helps us in transforming, it helps us in analyzing, and it of course will give a great customer experience and optimize the campaign which companies have for their audience, right? So now how this AI and the related tools like chatbots, right, and predictive analytics, so how they are going to shape up the marketing in the times to come is something which is very, very important, right? Secondly, I would also like to talk about the immersive technology, right, where we talk about the augmented and virtual reality. We have seen a lot of examples, advertisements, where the customer nowadays can have an experience where they can be in front of the mirror, and they can virtually wear those dresses, and they can analyze what is going to suit them best, right? The ones, particularly females who have been shopping a lot from Nika, so that when you try to buy some product, so they'll show you a virtual mirror, and you can actually understand, right, whether that particular product, right, is suiting you or not. So we are living in that kind of a environment where virtually lot of things are possible. So how it is going to impact today as well as the times which are going to come tomorrow. Also, the role of influence marketing is a lot these days. We were talking about that the influence marketing has again changed the marketing landscape. There are a lot of people who are earning like anything merely by sitting at their places, right? Be it the recipes which they are sharing online, or with their jewelries, with their latest outfits which they can talk about. So that is again a latest trend in the marketing, where people are using platforms like Facebook Live, or different platforms for that matter, to sell their products. So I think these platforms, this is likely to move forward in the times to come, and these companies which are doing all this social media, they have to again analyze that how they are going to take it forward, and how they are eventually going to involve in such kind of a landscape. So that is also there. Plus, something which is going to be a challenge is, of course, the privacy, and how the data is being handled, right? As a customer, we are very particular about that when we are sharing our information, or when we are sharing any data online, right? So how that data is going to be handled, right? So we generally think twice, thrice before sharing our data. So I think the companies who know the idea of how to handle that data, and how to build that trust with the customer, right, that whatever data they are going to share, it is going to be secure, and it is not going to be mishandled, is another very, very important area which companies have to think about and strategize their marketing strategies accordingly. We can also talk about sustainable and purpose driven marketing, right? So I think gone are the days when advertisements used to be the only way, right? We used to get awareness about the product, and we used to buy the product, right? So these days we talk about that information is coming from everywhere, right? Even like the I will use the verb that today the customer is an informed consumer, right? He knows what to buy, when to buy, at what price to buy. So endorsement nowadays are not just the exaggeration of the product which you are going to sell, but the customer wants that please be authentic, please be real, right? And try to build a genuine relationship with the customer, so that that relationship is not just short lived, but that relationship is going to be a long lasting one. So there again, there's a lot of scope that how that endorsement part, and those reviews which are on platforms, Google platforms and everywhere, are handled, right? So because the customer which we are dealing today is having multiple sources of information. So how those information are going to the customer, and is he able to develop that trust and loyalty with the brand and the product, is again going to be very important. I think these are some trends and many more, because we have a galaxy of guests sitting in front of us from different arenas of corporate, and I think they are going to be the best people who will tell you that what are the trends going on right now, and what are the trends which are going to stay in the times to come. And as a professional, as a management professional, and particularly as a person who has taken marketing as a specialization, so what are the skills where you need to focus upon, what are the skills which you need to build, so that you become successful marketeers in the times to come, right? With those words, thank you so much everyone, and many congratulations to the coordinators who have worked hard to make this event successful. Dr. Minakshi, Dr. Ruchika, Dr. Richa, and the entire team who have been behind the show, I think they all deserve a very big round of applause. And I just request all the students to please be alert. Don't waste your time unnecessarily looking at your mobile or chit chatting unnecessarily. Please be focused and try to get the best out of today's session. So, with those words, thank you so much, everyone, and have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your valuable words. It means a lot. Moving forward, we are pleased to have with us Dr. Hari Krishna Maram, founder GDKP. Sir is going to join us virtually. Dr. Hari Krishna Maram, with a distinguished career spanning 28 years, began his journey at Novartis Global Pharma before establishing Imperial College. Serving as his founder chairman, he holds leadership roles in esteemed organizations like AIMA, CII, IFMA, and AIMS, advancing management education and industry academic collaborations. Recognized globally, he has received prestigious awards including the Knighthood Award, MTC Global Top 10 Thinkers, and Forbes magazine recognition. Dr. Maram's philanthropic efforts, notably in the environmental conservation and healthcare, exemplify his humanitarian spirit. His remarkable achievements include entries in the World Book of Records, Guinness World of Record, and Asia Book of Record, and that actually calls for a big round of applause, everyone. Dr. Maram's legacy as a visionary leader and humanitarian makes him an inspiration in the management, education, and community service. I request Sir to kindly join us virtually. Over to you, Sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for connecting with us, sharing your real life experiences and marketing strategies used in Novartis Global Pharma. As rightly mentioned by Sir, marketing is the key for any product success, and marketing strategy is the future. Thank you so much once again. Moving forward, today we are honored to be in the presence of distinguished personalities from various sectors whose wisdom and insights will undoubtedly guide and inspire us towards greater heights. We are truly grateful for their presence, and I believe that each of us will glean valuable advice and knowledge from their esteemed contributions. For our corporate panel discussion, we have with us Shri Manish Rakode, OSD, Officer on Special Duty to CMD, Pawan Hans Limited. Shri Manish is having more than 27 years of experience in civil aviation, especially in the helicopter industry. He joined Pawan Hans in December 1996 in the marketing department and is presently as the Joint General Manager and OSD to CMD, Pawan Hans. He has experience across various helicopter business functions, varying from marketing and commercial department, corporate affairs, preparation of business plan, operations and contract management, offshore oil and gas helicopters, inter-island helicopter services, and onshore helicopter services for tourism, religious pilgrimage, remote areas connectivity, and paramilitary operations. Let's have a huge round of applause for Sir. Next, we have with us Mr. Manu Seth, Country Manager, India ZAG International Chairman, SHM, JEDC, with over 28 years of experience. Mr. Manu Seth is a dynamic international business leader, founder and CEO of Speaking Minds International, specializing in setting up global MNC operations. He excels in fostering international partnership and trade expansion. Mr. Manu's focus on sustainable growth and promotes socio-economic development through technology and knowledge transfer initiatives. His expertise in international business expansion and brand building and revenue planning makes him a trusted leader in this field. Let's have a huge round of applause for Sir as well. We also have with us Mr. Anup Sharma, Director Policy and Communication, CEDS India, with over 2 decades of experience. Mr. Anup Sharma is a communication consultant specializing in storytelling for effective stakeholder engagement. He has advised government bodies like My Government India and collaborated with organizations such as World Bank, IFC, UNICEF, with expertise in marketing communication, crisis management, and media relations. He advises corporates on positioning strategies and crisis management. An MBA holder, Mr. Anup is also a keynote speaker on data insights and storytelling in the digital era, enriching knowledge at Communication Institute across India. Let's have a huge round of applause for Sir as well. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming the moderator for today's corporate panel discussion, Mr. Sunny Kant Kumar, to the stage. Mr. Kumar will skillfully guide us over the conversation and ensure an insightful and engaging discussion. Over to you, sir.
Okay. So there's a small introduction. Yeah, I'll come over there. Okay. All right. Audible guys at the back. All right. Thank you so much for that, Sonali ma'am. So, welcome everyone to this timely and crucial discussion on emerging marketing trends. The marketing landscape is undergoing a rapid and profound transformation driven by forces like social responsibility, agility, and AI conversations. Gone are the days of 4 P's of marketing, which are product, price, place, and promotion, and even the 4 C's of marketing, which are customer, cost, convenience, and communication. Today, emotional marketing and even neural marketing are emerging as powerful tools to connect with consumers on a deeper level. Sundar Pichai, the Indian origin CEO of Google, once during an interview said that AI's impact will be more significant than discovery of fire or electricity. This underscores the immense potential and disruption that AI brings to the marketing world. However, with disruptions comes both challenges and opportunities. Recent news of job cuts at Google, IBM, Paytm, and our very own Dukaan, and a DIY startup in Bangalore that fired as many as 90% of its workforce recently due to automation raises concerns about the future of marketing jobs. Yet, amidst these anxieties, a crucial message emerges. AI is not here to replace marketers, but to empower them. But that also seems like an oxymoron, as by the time an employee will be empowered, he might be replaced by an AI which he just finished learning. So, is all doom and gloom? The future of marketing belongs to those who can harness the power of artificial intelligence and emerging trends like social marketing, agile marketing, and AI powered conversations. However, with this immense potential comes the responsibility for ethical and responsible use of AI. Government and societal regulations are crucial to ensure that AI is used for good and not for harm. This panel discussion, my dear friends, will delve deep into these critical topics and provide valuable insights for marketers of all levels, especially those who just starting out their careers. That is you, the students of Mangalmay. By understanding these emerging trends and embracing the power of AI, you can not only future-proof your career but also contribute to shaping a more responsible and innovative marketing landscape. And this solution, ironically, also comes from marketing concepts of IDA, which stands for attention, interest, desire, and action. Hence, the bottom line is get to know the technology and learn it better than everybody else. So, buckle up, my dear friends, and get ready for an exciting exploration of the future of marketing amidst these wonderful dignitaries and experts. Again, ladies and gentlemen, let's have a big round of applause for all these dignitaries present on the stage today. It's working. Thank you, sir. I mean, can we start soon? Can we start? Okay. All right. So, thank you so much for that. So, I would like to start with Manu sir, who is sitting right next to me. To kick off the discussion, we would like to hear your thoughts on the topic, which is emerging marketing trends and emphasizing social responsibility. Over to you, sir. I'll take this one. Yep. Okay, you have the mic, sir.
Afternoon, everyone. Thanks, Geeti ma'am. Thanks, Manju ma'am, for giving us an opportunity. And first of all, I would like to say that the audience should clap for themselves, that they're putting their time, giving us the attention. And the best way would be that we would not like to focus more on the academic words. Feel free to ask any questions. But yes, before we go on to that, I'll just set the pretext right so that we can open it up from the conversations, and it can be a more of a dialogue rather than just a single side of a conversation. Can you just repeat your question on the direction where you want me to take it?
So, as the main theme is emerging marketing trends, emphasizing social responsibility, agility, and AI. So, we want your thoughts on this.
So a lot of heavy words: emerging marketing trends, agility, AI.
And AI, yeah.
And in your conversation, I was listening you with a lot of thought around it. You use the words that gone are the days of 4 Ps, gone are the days of 4 Cs.
4 Cs, right.
And the last line was very impactful, where you said that let's buckle up and pull up technology. So I'll slightly differ and add to it. So I would say that it's not that gone are the days of 4 Ps. The fundamentals are around those 4 Ps only. The way the market is evolving, I would say it's like a graduation from a bottoms up to the level 2 and the level 3, that how the market is changing, how the dynamics is changing. And where I come from is, I'm sure we have heard a lot of academic words, and I'm sure you have the best of the teachers, professors, visiting faculties who would be talking to you in terms of academics, academia, theoretical exams, diagrams, and flowcharts. I'll just like to add to it from my practical experience of being in this space of technology since 2001 end, been into sales and marketing from 93. So I feel that market is completely evolving over the period of time, and it changes its perspective. So what I mean to say is that I don't know, a lot of you people here in the audience might be contributing into your family business. Can I make it more open to the
Yeah,
audience?
sure, sir, absolutely.
Yeah. A lot of you people might be contributing to your family business. Is there anyone contributing to the family business? No one. Someone aspiring to open your boutique, open your car showroom, open your real estate business, open your AI venture? Anyone working on that direction?
Hi, sir. Good, sir.
So why I ask so is because that will make the conversation more practical. We can use the words like PAP. We used to, in our own olden days, which was a premature age, we used to call it as PAP, a very simple word, the acronym used. And that acronym came out from Tata House, Tata Sons. I was with the Tata employee at that point of time. The acronym meant productivity, accountability, and performance. Now, just building on your 4 Ps, when you are taking the marketing to the next level, yes, we have a lot of technology which is playing a role. I'll come to that also. But what is very, very important and critical is that how do you take the productivity of what project you are working on? That project could be a small venture, could be an idea like Airbnb or an Uber, could be a new innovative thought like Tesla, or whatever you may want to talk about in terms of drone technology and other things. Accountability would cover a lot of your academics, diagrams in terms of P&L, revenue, debts, finance, investments, and other things. And performance is that how you are building the conversation with your customer. So taking thoughts from that 4 Cs, we built further 3 Cs in the industry, which is like, what is the content you are offering, means what you are offering. What is the solution you are bringing to that problem? What is the connect you are building with the audience to whom you are offering? And are you in a conversation with them or not? So I'm sure it's an endless topic we can talk over the days, and we would have a lot of rich distinguished people here to talk about it with. I'm just sharing some of my practical things with launching a brand like BlackBerry, launching Daily Capitals, launching Kings 11, bringing retail Amazon in 2009, which we heard of that is the biggest platform. See, you have to really understand that what is that you are offering. That's the reason I asked that if anyone is into a business or anyone is into a investment format or anyone aspires to do something, it could have made the conversation very interesting. Now, coming to your point of technology.
Right, sir.
So to your point, emerging marketing trends is the market dynamics is changing, where we spoke about all the good things that we are the youngest population in the world, average age is 29. We spoke about digital. So let me share some numbers. Last year, the media spend was close to 1,58,000 crores. Any guesses for digital spend? I think I would need some conversation from the audience. Otherwise, I'll feel boring myself. A lot of friends are feeling boring. They are sharing their chats. They're sharing their Insta. They're doing talks. I would love to come and exchange seat with you, because I start feeling boring then if we don't interact.
So we kindly request the audience to please a little participative.
Yeah.
So whatever that you have to share, please share it with us. as well.
So to that point, digital spend last year was almost close to 88,000 crores, which answers to your point. The way the digital trend has moved from the conventional media, which we used to talk about, TV, print, outdoor, and other elements. So yes, digital is really coming up, but
Right.
that is some domain. I would say it's like a necessary evil in the market right now. You really need to use it to your benefit. You really need to use it the way you are running your own project, your own assignment, or your own activity. I'm sure we can keep the conversation on. So if I was able to address your points around the marketing trends,
Absolutely, sir.
trends are evolving. It will change. It's just like a self mirror. The way we look in the morning to ourselves, and the way when we look to ourselves in the washroom, and the way we look to ourselves while we are getting ready for our school, college, office, and while we are back home. So dynamics is very perpetually changing. So there may not be a one Bible answer for every case situation. It's like one shirt doesn't fit all. One dress doesn't fit all. Ma'am gave a very good example of Nykaa and other ways where you are using a cosmetic. So that's where technology is adding to your consumer behavior. I'm sure you guys are really learning these things. One thing which I would like to add on this marketing trend is we should know the difference, and it's a very thin line difference between making money and making wealth, which I would love to answer later. Come back onto this question again,
Sure, sir.
because I leave it open for other people also. So
Sure.
it's a very dynamic world which is perpetually changing a lot. You have to be up on the toes. To your last line, it's an apt time to buckle up ourselves, catch up the pace. Otherwise, you are left behind. There have been a lot of giants who have not catch up pace with time, and there have these big ships. They have sunk down in the market, and the new brands have come up. New technologies are coming up. AI is coming up. A lot of these things will have good conversation, like the way you analyze your data. We talk about ML, we talk about algos, we talk about tradings, we talk about crypto platforms. So this is a very interesting topic which we have touched upon today, but it needs more participation and conversation so that you can give the solution. Otherwise, like it's like a one side traffic which is on one direction only. So
Sure, sir.
moving on to the next
Right.
point.
Thank you so much for that, sir.
Thank
I
you.
think the thoughts shared by sir was, pretty profound and powerful. So next, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to take this opportunity to welcome Mr. Saurabh Puri. Please have a big round of applause for sir. And he's the strategic advisor, institutional and government business head. I would like to call upon Dr. Meenakshi Sharma to welcome Mr. Saurabh Puri with a Tulsi sapling. Can I have a big round of applause, guys? Thank you so much for that, ma'am. And Saurabh, sir, please take a seat, sir. Thank you so much. So, sir, the crux of what you said is basically the fundamentals of marketing remains intact. However, now with the use of AI and digital platforms, it's time that we buckle up, we learn, and try to use it to the best of our advantage. Thank you so much for that, sir. Next, I would like to invite Anup, sir, who's the Director of Policy and Communication at CEDS India. Come on, audience. Show some energy. Come on, guys. Animal was not a movie. It was just a marketing gimmick.
Just like a wow, was it? Just like a wow तो outdated है ना? अभी तो ये इसके बाद कुछ नया आ गया? क्या है latest? Outdated. You know what? What is? मनु सर ने क्या कहा? Trends. Trends ऐसे ही है, आज आते हैं चले जाते हैं. हमारे टाइम में 4P था, slightly younger है, तो इनके टाइम में 5th P भी आ गया था, ठीक है? But there are few things which will always be there. Yeah. तो Bobby Deol उस समय था for different reason. When we had like he was forgetting the movie Gupt आई थी उसकी, and it was like the movie by that time. अभी है again he's back. He's back in a different format. Format. Remember the words. Trend. Format. Trends keep changing. 5P 4P है. So trends first letter क्या है? T. So just taking the cue, if we have to take 4P, sir ने 3C बोला. What happens is that whether we talk emerging marketing trends, emphasizing social responsibility, agility, others, there are few things which we'll always remember. Why did this click? Why was this just like a wow or whatever? Things will come. People like to connect. People like to associate. If I say, we just had an example of deep fake 10 minutes before our friend started the conversation. Who was on the screen? Anybody? Was it him? If I say it was a deep fake, because when we were sitting in the meeting room before, they said that he could not join. So immediately, Manu sir suggested something. And you know why he got delayed? Because he was sitting in his car, making that fake video and posted it. Exactly. Why do you think this is so well choreographed? His entry just after that. No, I mean, you guys don't believe it? Why? Because you all have trust in your academy, you have trust in yourself, and you have trust in people. And of course, Dr. Maran, because he was giving example. But this is possible. This is where it is all about how we use technology. Okay, so just taking the fashion 4P, 3P, it's always easy. It's because it's easy to run. You know, A for Apple, when it becomes a music, it becomes. So let's talk the new trends. T se hi le lete hain. So what is always important? There'll be like, I call the 3 T's, which is quite common if you do a Google, not here right now, but if you do, truth, trust, transparency. What was shown was truth. He spoke about Mr. Kotler, how he wanted to meet him, take some examples. He stuck that the 4 P's still remain in a new format. Okay. That's the truth. We all love to sell ourselves. We all love to buy something which we trust. Truth, trust. Then comes the trust. What does marketing do? What does corporate work on? It creates trust. And how can it be? When you're transparent about it. Your faculty, the students, everybody, you all respect because you all trust that ki nahi, theek hai. Why? Because they were transparent that we are getting delayed. You will have to wait. You trust. Every time you see koi college ka panel ka rahega, then you will also see placements, etc. You trust that it is there. You add a value to it. So it is important. So gentleman next to me, he put a very nice LinkedIn post. So before coming, I mean, I have never had the chance of meeting him, but we are connected on LinkedIn. So I'll just put something which is, I think last week or something which you had posted. As a leader, people determine your reputation. As a leader, people determine your reputation. But it's only you who determine the integrity. So integrity, truth, trust, transparency. So when we market, यार झूठ बोलते हैं, है ना? बॉबी देओल नहीं था, कोई और था. मरन सर थे. क्यों? इतना इंटेलेक्ट से बात कर रहे थे, वही हमारी कॉलेज कभी गलत नहीं दिखाएगी. So we have to be responsible irrespective of our age, whatever we are doing. So when he asked how many of you are contributing in business to your family, in a way, he was meaning because he's a hardcore strategic, he was there. But indirectly, you all are contributing to your family in a different manner. Okay, so economic perspective is there. So that's the last part. If I say that, the social responsibility part, we all are contributing directly, indirectly in our family. So this is something where I think the trends will keep coming. We had like in our time, I mean, Maggie, like for you all, Maggie is like to taken for granted. Maggie to tha. When we were in school, like I'm 52 now almost, yeah. उस समय मैगी थी ना, आके की मैगी क्या चीज आ रही है. So हमें स्कूल में अलाउ था. Imagine now what happened recently. तो हमारे मैगी स्कूल में 2-2 पैकेट बिकते थे. कि बिकते नहीं, सॉरी, सैम्पलिंग होती थी. ये दो. That was behavior change. New culture needs to be adopted. Now, what do? How many of you take something called Uber? Okay, let me ask, who doesn't take Uber? Yeah. Why? Who doesn't shop on Myntra? It's like that. Imagine now telling somebody, or your grandfathers, and in our case, our parents, etc., कि पापा अपना इंश्योरेंस इससे ऑनलाइन बुक कर लेना. नहीं चलेगा. So where do you have to get? You have to get a Saif Ali Khan and his daughter to talk. ये ठीक है क्या ओल्ड एज क्या चल रहे हो चाचा? नहीं सॉरी, मिश्रा जी उसमें है ना, उसके असिस्टेंट. मिश्रा जी इतना वो पुराना हो गया, जब तक आप कर रहे हो गाड़ी आ गई. Why? That's behavior change. That's trend. But you trust father and daughter. बाप बेटी से थोड़ा ना झूठ बोलेगा. बेटी पुराने जमाने की नहीं है, मॉडर्न है, but she will respect a dad. गलत नहीं बोलेगी. So truth, trust, transparency, 4 P's of marketing. These will be there. Trend will happen. But everything. AI just plays in building these steps. For you all, I mean, like AI is something which, आज AI considering Chat GPT, it has become a buzzword. But AI was always there in some format. Every time you use Google, you are doing. I mean, so I was lucky because I used to work for a firm where we were managing the Google account, the YouTube business. Us samay YouTube, they had started something, and Manu sir will be more with experiential in saying that time people, companies like Google and all, they wanted people to actually use YouTube, use Google, and then that becomes more. I mean, like today, I'm sure many of you would be having your own Insta pages, Facebook pages, sorry, Insta, I don't know, that's called pages or what, Insta profiles, web pages, etc. Why have you created a web page besides LinkedIn? Because that is the way you want to engage with Dr. Maran, you can do. Same way a brands does. So हमारे टाइम में B2B, B2C बहुत था. आजकल क्या चलता है? Bombay Shaving Company and there are so many other brands, Nykaa वगैरह, Mamaearth. What are they? D2C, direct to you all. So that's something. Here it is. Why does the academic want that we meet? Because here it is S2C, if I can stage to chair. So this is the trend. I think it's very interesting that we can see live people, we can talk. That is something which is important. So like the 2-3 things which I'll say, that whatever happens, the human connect will be there. Technology will just be an enabler. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much for that, Anup sir. I think those are pretty, thoughtful ideas that sir shared, and everyone can probably ponder over it. Now, I would like to have Manish sir to share his views about the topic and about the whole discussion that we're trying to have.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Mangalmay, for inviting me. And it's like the emerging marketing trends emphasizing social responsibility, agility, and AI
Yes. Yeah.
conversations at the
Correct.
forefront. So, like marketing trends and all, like you started.
Right, sir.
So even I'm of the firm belief that for me, even now, Philip Kotler is the Bible for me.
Right, sir.
Marketing
Absolutely.
management principles. So the principles, concepts, they stand the same. Only thing, like we had some medias earlier, like print, audio visuals, indoor, outdoor. A new media, social media has been added to it, which is a fast, like you can reach easily. And most of the students also over here, like we had to do some studies over here, like social media, all are already there. So now it's how you use it will be the key factor
Right.
over here.
Sure, sir.
Then the social responsibility, like whatever we are, it's not the business. If you are running a business, it's not just we make profits out of it, give back to the society. It's the corporate social responsibility. And Pavanance also, like as a company, we are into the corporate social responsibility. Like we are operating our helicopter services in the Kedarnath sector.
Right, sir.
So we adopt some schools over there. We adopt schools. We like develop the schools with some flooring and all those things. Gave some baggages to the students locally over there.
Right, sir.
Like we are operating our services in Andaman Nicobar. So we provide our ambulance services over there. Then in Mumbai, in fact, I had been associated with several joyrides for the cancer patients.
Okay.
Like they had the last wish. Helicopter is like for the elite, like that's the concept. And it used to be the last wish, like some wish that they wanted to fly the helicopter. So we used to organize these programs on Children's Day, Women's Day, to the ladies and the children having the helicopter rides. It is as a response, a social corporate CSR activity that we used to have. Even here in UP and all, we like some lighting of streets and all those things. Like even we feel better whenever we go for such projects. Then from our within, we feel like we are giving back to the society where we are operating, and for Connect also, wherever we are operating over there, these passengers or the local residents, they feel connected to us.
Exactly.
Like we are giving back to them. So that way I feel corporate and apart, like it is like you have to spend some 2% of your
Yes, sir.
profits.
Of your
So
profits
apart
and
that,
CSR activities.
as a gesture, we always are into it. Then the agility, like to survive, you have to be agile, or you perish. Like so, these medias, like even with our like. I passed out in somewhere in 91, my MBA. So I used to find it very difficult to like make a project reports also. Data was not available. Now data is in abundance on the media, social media. Like we used to go to the Chamber of Commerce, get the balance sheets from there, and then work on our the reports. So that is easily available now. You just type something on Google, you get it over here. Now, in fact, yesterday evening I got an invitation for this. I went on to the Chat GPT, got some information from it.
Okay.
So life
Yeah,
has
right, sir.
become easy for
Absolutely.
us now. Then coming to
So touch base about artificial intelligence and how exactly it is changing the marketing landscape, especially when we talk about influencer marketing or when we talk about content that is being generated by uh, Bard or ChatGPT for that matter. So how exactly companies are leveraging these tools for their advantage and making the customer more engaged with the brand.
now from the Chat GPT, whatever our concepts and all, I personally, when I'm using it, like I put my thoughts over there,
Right, sir.
and I get all whatever in a formatted manner. I can use it that way. But basically, we have to use our human touch is also there with AI over there.
Human
Right, sir.
intelligence can never take artificial.
Yeah, that is just supplementing my
Absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Supplement.
Sure. Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you so much for that, sir. Now I'd like to have Saurabh, sir, to share his thoughts about the topic and about what exactly is happening in the marketing forefront.
Firstly, good afternoon to everyone. How's the Josh? How's the Josh? मेरा आज बहुत कम है यार. Sorry, I'm just coming directly from the hospital. Last night I was playing golf and I got to know someone is not well, and they were flying from one city to another city. I'm coming from Medanta, Gurgaon straight here. आज मेरा जोश थोड़ा कम है, ठीक है. लेकिन ऐसे मेरा जोश मंजू मैम को पता है काफी ज्यादा होता है, and that's how the life is, right? Commitment थी. I was supposed to come. I messaged her. She understood it. I said I'll surely come because it is a commitment, right? I don't care ki how it will happen to someone, but my commitment to me is same. Similarly, when you touch base any technology, see, I'm a technologist. I've worked for Fortune 500 companies and all big four consultancies, and now I have gone to the advisory by seeing the technology. People talk about AIML, blockchain. I talk, but I also do courses. So I was selected by Wharton University, USA, for AIML and blockchain implementation, not in just financial sector, but in other sectors also. So it's very important that when you grow up, right, with the universities and everything, what are you focusing on? I mean, what do you want to be is the thing that you have to decide for yourself. Marketing will change, everything will change. Don't worry about that. And no one person can run the marketing. Marketing is always every day changing. Somebody is talking about blockchain, somebody's talking about AIML, somebody's talking about everything. बट आपको क्या करना है भाई, आप डिसाइड कर लो. क्योंकि वो जो लड़का बैठा है ना पीछे, वो मैं उसकी तरह बैठता था, पूरा टाई करके मस्त. कोई देखा नहीं. I was in Symbiosis, I was in London Business School, everything. But my thing was observing people, like what they're doing. If you observe people and you figure out yourself, इसको lean management कहते हैं, you know, to figure out what you want in life. पहले ये सोचो कि टेक्नोलॉजी तो आती रहेगी, but what exactly you want to do in life. Marketing as a field consists of many things: business development, sales, human intelligence, digital marketing. Everything is very important. Budgets are very important. But most important, implementation of AIML and blockchain comes when you understand the business. Let it be your business, let it be any other's business. So I was sitting with Virat Kohli and everything. We cracked a very big deal with BCCI as a cult sports. Now we are one of the biggest brand after Decathlon. We are coming up very big because of the we just mentioned Myntra. So my boss is Mukesh Bansal. so basically,
Ladies and gentlemen, that calls for a big round of applause. Can we do that? Yeah.
So Mukesh Bansal is top businessman and very enthusiastic person, very disciplined person. So what I understood from him is in life is that technology always comes, but the employee retention and discipline is very important. So if I wanted to do some courses, he's the guy like, okay, kar le yaar. That kind of attitude he brings to the table. Similarly for you guys, I think so that is the most important thing to do. AIML mein, if I talk about my usage, my business usage, what we did is that we have done a real time one podcast channel where if you come to our stores or you come online, you can figure out yourself that what color suits you according to you, right? So that is like a wardrobe for you. You just go there, put your picture in, or put your face in, just like Lenskart had done the wonderful implementation of AI/ML, where you can see that how the specs are looking on your face in different shades. So how sunglasses are looking in your face. So this is the real-time examples of AI/ML implementation. Yes, human intervention will be there, but हमें भी पता है यार, आज आके if you go to the store, nobody wanted to be disturbed by someone ki kya loge, can I help you? Obviously, that experience kills. But AI/ML, what is the best part? They can go to the machine in the privacy. They can just see that what kind of color they want, what kind of body suits they have, and they buy it. So that increases the experience of customers, right? And that's what we have to see, that what can increase the experience. So for me, experience and commitment are the two things which are very, very important and essential. And for you guys also, I always recommend that understand what you're doing in life. If you're doing some फिलिप कॉटलर गया यार, सब खत्म है, मतलब उसकी जो बुक है, मेरे को तो सच में बताऊं, that book is so big, right? You don't understand half of the things because that is from the past. I mean, people have worked out. He was one of the biggest guys, no doubt, but he has also done real-time implementations, right? फिलिप कॉटलर है, कोई भी है, बहुत अच्छी बात है, but you can make your own book from today. If you are energetic about yourself, about your things, trust me, there's no book, there's nothing at all can take it forward. Like sir said about chat gpt, मेरा experience chat gpt का बहुत खराब है, ठीक है? I tell you one thing, I used one word and the person was say thought that why I'm using that word, right? So I promised myself from that day that, you know, chat gpt use karunga मैं, but I also use my brain into that, what kind of implementations are important. So I always encourage you guys, read books, take the best examples from the books, but also go and see real time that is it actually working in today's scenario, and you'll get your answers. And same AI/ML, I've worked with one of the Bangalore company, wonderful people, yeah. I mean, there are 7 IITians and they have created a product for us which is extraordinary experience, right? So that's how you should also understand that.
Thank you so much for that. Now I would like to invite Manju ma'am. I think she wants to share some thoughts about the.
It's fine now. Okay. I think last week we already have discussed about AI, ML, and augmenting reality, virtual reality, right? During the finance conclave. So I'm talking as a faculty here because last time when we were discussing during financial, finance conclave, that why these technologies are important for a management students, right? And same today during the marketing conference, marketing conclave, we are discussing again about AI, ML, and all such kind of technology. So how many students have really gone through what we have discussed last week? Can you raise your hands? I think I've told you that you have to go at home and study more about it, how this technology is helping specifically in the world of finance. And today we are discussing in the world of marketing. I think nobody has. So why I'm speaking, because such kind of session will happen in future also. So every session has to have a takeaway, right? It should not be like that you are sitting here for the sake of attendance, right? And you are just sitting, your faculty has said to sit in the seminar hall and you have to listen to us. So why, corporate people have been invited always into the academics, because we really want to bridge this gap, which is there in the academics, right? Academic and corporate, when work together, then definitely we can create a better product, because you are not student, you are not consumer, you are a product. Because anyhow, you have to go to a company. When company is going to buy you, then you will become a product, of course. So you have to prepare yourself. You have to be a better product so that company can buy you. So that means self-marketing is very, very important. I really don't know how many students are involved here for self-marketing, but I think during the last week when I discussed with students, so I get a lot of LinkedIn requests from the students. So I think this is one of the first steps that you are going towards your own marketing. So self-marketing is very important. Like Saurabh has said, trend has changed. Of course, trend has changed. Why trend is changing? Because consumer behavior is changing. है ना? अभी फिलिप कॉटलर की हम बार बार बात कर रहे हैं. सो ऑफ कोर्स फंडामेंटल तो वही है. मार्केटिंग के फंडामेंटल कभी चेंज नहीं हो सकते हैं. फंडामेंटल्स आर सेम, ओनली द बिहेवियर इज चेंजिंग. When consumer behavior is changing, we have to change the management and marketing perspective also. We need to learn how marketing is happening. Because पहले क्या होता था, कंपनी का 70% बजट मार्केटिंग का ट्रेडिशनल मार्केटिंग में स्पेंड होता था. लेकिन आज क्या होता है, अगर किसी कंपनी का 1 करोड़ का बजट है मार्केटिंग का, उसमें कितना पैसा वो कहाँ स्पेंड करते हैं मार्केटिंग करने के लिए? डिजिटल मार्केटिंग में. दैट मीन्स मोस्ट ऑफ द बजट हैज टू बी स्पेंट ऑन digital marketing. Why it has to be spent on digital marketing? Because consumers are available online, consumer are available digitally. Because ultimately marketing करते किसके लिए? For the consumers. अब consumer मुझे पता है फोन में बैठा हुआ है ना? तो फिर marketing के लिए होर्डिंग लगाने की जरूरत क्या है, when it can reach to your fingerstep? You understand my point? So as a student you have to change your thought process first. As a student you have to change your behavior first. When you are changing your behavior, that we need to become a techno manager. Why again and again I am emphasizing on techno manager, last week also, today also. So only manager will not work, techno manager will work. That doesn't mean that you have to do the coding. आपको coding नहीं करना है कि आप बैठ के AI सीखो, ML सीखो, ये सब आपको नहीं करना है, ठीक है? But at least you should know that what kind of strategies are there behind AI and ML and how this is changing the mindset of the consumer. That you need to understand and learn. अब वो कोई आपको faculty नहीं सिखाएगा, for to be very sure, है ना? ये सीखने के लिए आपके पास बहुत सारे प्लेटफॉर्म है जहां पर आपको टाइम डिवोशन करना है, डेडिकेशन लेके आना है और अपना एक स्ट्रॉन्ग गोल सेटअप करना है, which is lacking in the student, I'm sure. Right? So this is required. This is from my side only. I think there are student subject matter experts. They will be talking about how AI, chatbot, and different kind of augmenting reality, virtual realities are changing the marketing perspectives. Thank you.
Manju ma'am, just to add on, it will also help them to get the right job. When they are doing
Yes,
it,
yes.
one course will make you differentiators from the rest of people. When you go to the job options, आपने एक AIML का जॉब किया होगा ना, कोई भी कोर्स किया होगा, कहीं भी चले जाओ, सिंपली लर्न चले जाओ, कहीं भी चले जाओ. अब वो दुनिया नहीं रही कि you don't get data or you don't get it, but that certificate will assure them that you have actually learned something.
So management
ये
student
बिल्कुल सही
doesn't
इनका
have to
point है,
go
but
for management student doesn't have to go for spoon feeding, है ना? इतना तो नॉलेज आपको फर्स्ट सेमेस्टर में ही हो जाता है, that you go through the different platform and learn, right? And when you are discussing with your faculty, you are having intellectual discussion. So that is required from a management student. You are not a BBA student or BA student or BCom. You are management graduate. After 1 year, you have to go into the corporate. When you are going into the corporate, last week also I shared the same example. आप मंगल में इंस्टीट्यूशन के बच्चे हैं और आपको compete किनके साथ करना है? ISB से भी एक एम्प्लॉय वहां पर है, IM से भी लोग वहां पर काम कर रहे हैं, ठीक है? टॉप मैनेजमेंट इंस्टीट्यूशन से लोग काम कर रहे हैं, तो आपके कॉम्पिटिटर वो लोग हैं, ठीक है ना? आपके कॉम्पिटिटर के साथ आपको compete करना है, तो कैसे compete करोगे? मंगल में की डिग्री से तो हम compete नहीं कर सकते हैं, किससे compete करोगे? बताइए, आप लोगों को बताना है. Because of your skills only. Again I am emphasizing on skills. Degree is just a piece of paper. Skill add करते जाओ. तो वो बार बार नहीं सिखाया जाएगा, बार बार हम लोग आपको नहीं बताएंगे. You have to add on by your own self. We will come, we will give the lecture, we will motivate you, but ultimately करना तो आप ही लोगों को है. और आपने लास्ट वीक जो कहा था वो नहीं किया. So आज ऐसा मत करना. Whatever we are talking about, just go through the different platform and try to make your CV strengthen. Make your profile strengthen. Make your LinkedIn profile where you can sell yourself. तुम्हें खुद को बेचना है, तभी तो लोग खरीदेंगे. दिस इज वेरी सिंपल टर्म. कंपनी आपको क्यों खरीदने वाली है? पैसा देती है ना वो, तो उसके लिए आपको अपने आप को बेचना सीखना पड़ेगा पहले. सो पहले अपने आप को एक प्रोडक्ट तो बनाओ अच्छा कि मैं खरीदूं आपको. यू गॉट माय पॉइंट? यस.
Thank you so much for that, ma'am. I think students will understand what they are being said. That was told to them last week as well, and whatever that is being discussed. So get used to our technologies because it will help you. Next, I would like to invite Manu sir again. So the question for you is, as a representative of a global brand, which is Zag International, how does responsible marketing in Indian market, considering culture sensitivities and consumer expectation?
See, from an international brand perspective, the new term which is really picked up, and I'm sure everyone is aware, और हम सब आप लोग बहुत यूज कर रहे हैं, जो एक वर्ड बन गया ग्लोकलाइजेशन. So global brands, why they look at the local Indian markets, you need to bring that kind of a cult, आपको थोड़ा सा कंज्यूमर बिहेवियर, कंज्यूमर पैटर्न, कंज्यूमर अंडरस्टैंडिंग समझनी पड़ेगी. तो अब अगर हम जैसे मार्केटिंग ट्रेंड से मूव करते हैं, वी आर सेइंग दैट वी आर इवॉल्विंग एंड मूविंग टू द स्टेप 2, स्टेप 3 of understanding the subject called marketing with that local dynamics. So if we talk about the market like India, every international brand is looking at to come to India as a market, because they see that the audience is there, audience has the spending power, and audience is consuming these kind of products. They are shifting towards quality, they are shifting towards personalized experience. जैसे मैम ने बोला कि आप लोग सब अपने अपने मोबिलिटी पे कनेक्टेड हैं. We are coming from that era where even Anup sir also said that the times are changing, but the perspective is as per the current audience. He gave a very good example of like Bobby Deol at that perspective and today's market. So from your point, I would say international brands, they're trying to understand the Indian market. Some are able to bring the changes, some try to adapt the changes as per the Indian consumer behavior. Now, in the Indian consumer behavior, the quality is a very subjective word, but it is linked to the price and the money you pay for it. So it again invites a long discussion for a day that how well you are able to pay that price for that quality, but everyone wants quality. In terms of the price, there is a very limited segment which is buying the top of the end products. Like you sell the best of the Ferraris, all the high-end cars, high-end products. Luxury market is growing like crazy in Indian market. People are buying fashion, people are buying bags, and all these things are changing. So all the global brands, they want to understand the psychography, the consumer behavior, the pattern, the consumption, and accordingly they want to segregate and position the product for the Indian markets. So I hope I'm
Sure, sir.
able to address some point in that
Exactly.
direction.
Sure, sir. Thank you so much for that, sir.
Thank
I
you.
think you actually encapsulated what exactly is required to have a successful venture in a country like India, where there is language changes after every 100 meters, and culture obviously changes here.
See, I think it's a long tail story. मतलब आप एकदम से vernacular जाओगे, it would not sell. But if you make a market, then at step 2, step 3, you need to go vernacular.
Exactly.
So we initiated words like bloggers, influencers. पहले खाली journalist होता था.
Sure,
एक
sir.
time पे they
Right,
used to
right, sir.
report. Blogger has become a big word in the industry. But again, see, when you look at these spikes, अगर ये spikes sustainable नहीं है और market के trends के हिसाब से नहीं है, we have used these words called trend, they will die out. Blogger community died out. It became an influencer. Now, even in a while, trust me, influencer community will also get consolidated. People have thought that there are certain celebrities who are just paid for. So now people are looking, what is the word called loyalty? What is the word called consumer behavior? So जितने अब ये academic words हैं, वो सब अब उसमें value add करते चले जाएंगे. अब हर brand मिस्टर बच्चन के पास नहीं जा रहा. मतलब आई रिमेंबर मैं 2.5-3 घंटे बैठा था 2004 में कि पहला BlackBerry बोल्ड उनको दे पाऊं as a device. So market trends are changing, the aspiration is changing. We have the words like FOMO and all these things coming up. So younger generation is going by themselves. वो आप लोगों का concept है ना DIY, I want to do it myself. I don't want to follow anyone. मैं अपने आप में एक हीरो हूं. So ये जो consumer behavior change हो रहा है, for this it's an alarming way also. It's very shortened also, but yes, with certain market dynamics, there are a lot of other elements that play a catapult role to it. It could be a finance, it could be infrastructure, it could be your stability, it could be the benefits that you bring to the society. And as an international brand, you mentioned about sustainability and other initiatives.
Right, sir.
See, I would say it's a very academia word right now in a market like India. If you talk the same thing in a market like Nordics, Sweden, Finland, they are much evolved. They actually understand. Trust me, 10% of us, when we move out, we start losing essence. But yes, at the same point, the very good thing is that we have started talking about it. We all are getting conscious about it. So the change will happen because हमारा एक size बड़ा है, हमारे dynamics different हैं. मतलब the dollar, if you do a currency conversion, Singapore हमसे छोटा है, but the currency conversion is phenomenally 48 times, 52 times from what we are. So it is all about the developed economy. If you see the society barrel, which used to be like a tapered triangle, I'm sure आप लोग अपने इस academia में पढ़ते होंगे, but if you see in the next 5 years it will become like a cylindrical pipe. The middle segment is bursting loud and loud and loud. That is where जो हम कहते हैं ना rural segment, urban shift, ये सारा आपका marketing ही है, मतलब which is changing hats, colors, dresses, uniforms, and the format and the application is changing. So he rightly said that technology will come and go, but you have to see what is the best application for you at that point of time.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much for that, sir. Now I would like to call upon Anup, sir. So the question, since you are you are in the field of policy and communication, the question for you is: what policies or regulations are being considered or implemented for responsible marketing practices? Because sir, when we hear brands like Chai Sutta Bar, and you go there and there is no sutta. So is this also a part of responsible marketing practices or not? Is it ethical or is it unethical?
What is ethical? What is ethical? What is unethical? I did something right now. What? What didn't suit for somebody responsible? What did I do? क्या गलती थी? वो साफ करेगा ही ना थोड़ा देर में. आप तो अपने उससे जागरूकता. Yeah? What Manu sir said, there is something consciousness which is coming. This is exactly. So consciousness is something we all have developed. Who helps that? The management. What do the management does? Management helps you put certain regulations. What does government do? Government is us. वो पढ़ते हैं ना. Most of you would cross Delhi. बिल्कुल. So for you, with you, always with you. Swachh Bharat is a great example where public-private partnership was coming. So this last thing about social responsibility and sustainability, it is there. It is there. So typically, what does a government do? Government's role for a business, if I call, is primarily to create a conducive environment so that the stakeholders develop. Stakeholders कौन होंगे? Consumer and companies, and in between जो करते हैं. Like what does the management do? Like ma'am was talking last time, they got experts from the fintech when they spoke about AI, etc. Today they have got some people with like us with some experience in marketing to talk about that. They are helping, facilitating, creating a conducive environment. She also took the teacher's hat and saying, तुम लोग नहीं कर रहे हो. अब मैंने तो गिरा दिया, ये चलता है. लेकिन नहीं चलता है. ये किसने बताया? आप लोग की कॉन्शियसनेस ने. ट्रस्ट मी, थोड़े दिन पहले नहीं था ये. And this changes from city. So why does she have to tell that you all have to do the homework? That's regulation. So now let's talk what is, taking the question that what does the government do, etc. Government helps in formulating certain responsible directions, which becomes law, law, regulation, etc. Let's take two examples. Ad देखते हो आप लोग? बहुत टाइम है. क्यों? आजकल एड्स कहाँ देखते हैं लोग? आजकल तो देखते हैं जो मनु सर ने बताया, रील्स. अमिताभ बच्चन वो इन्फ्लुएंसर पेड करके करेगा. बट यस, वी ऑल कीप सीइंग दैट. सो एड्स जो है टिपिकली टेलीविजन में पहले आता था, होर्डिंग आती थी, आउटडोर प्रिंट वगैरह. बट नाउ इट्स कमिंग विथ एवरी. मोस्ट ऑफ यू हैव बिकम अमिताभ बच्चन. Every time you post something, you are trying to engage or endorse somebody. So now that is something every one of us is a media and also a media influencer. अब how do we control? तो government ने उसके लिए पहले एक I&B ministry has a body, तो broadcasting association के through उन्होंने work किया. Plus there are, so if you find some news which is fake, stroke is disturbing the society norms, there are certain rules which the government says ABCD, they have to follow. Secondly, they also have something called ASCI, Advertising Standard Council of India, which is typically a self-regulatory body. By self means all the advertising agencies and the stakeholders involved, they will do. अभी कोई ad लगा आप लोगों को खराब? एक तो न्यूज में चल रहा था बीच में अभी वो, I think रणबीर वाला somebody.
The fog ad, sir.
Fog, I think outdated हो गया. वो पुराना हो गया. नया. I think you were saying something, yeah? Which was the ad? अभी, yeah? चलो कोई नहीं. The trick I'll tell you what, if suppose somebody just points and asks, say any ad. कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. मैंने नहीं देखा होगा ना आजकल, because what you are seeing on thing will be different from what I see. That's the beauty. So the trick is don't fool. But जो आपने देखा बोल दो ना. Last जो भी है वो मेरे को पसंद नहीं आएगा. That's my thing. But the thing is, as a society, वो अगर गलत है, कौन करेगा ठीक? गवर्नमेंट. फॉलो कौन कराएगा? मेरे जैसा, सॉरी टू यूज, इडियट नहीं. अगर मैंने किया, आप लोग ये तो बोल रहे बेकार है, खुद ही गलत काम करते हैं. दैट इज समथिंग विच कम. सो द रेगुलेशंस आर मेंट फॉर देयर. सो मैगी गॉट एन एलिगेशन दैट दे आर पुटिंग लेड. अब लेड सीधा हमें लगता है कि यार मिनरल तो हम तो खा रहे थे, पता नहीं. लाइक दिस होल जनरेशन, हमारा हाफ जनरेशन हैज बीन फेड अप ऑन मैगी. टचवुड वी आर ओके. We can teach you, we can talk to you, we can play around with you. So it is not bad, but there could be harmful things. Okay. So when he was mentioning they had got Virat Kohli we see as an endorser who is there, we trust because he has actually made his mark in something. So Virat Kohli जब अगर कोई ऐड करेगा, it is not Virat Kohli, सबको पता है पैसे लिया, but no, sports person है, good family man. I mean, अब तो family man, again fake news or whatever, like extended family man tha ki nahi. I mean, that has been clarified. But the thing, but you want their personal life there. Who regulates? Government through two kinds of bodies, self-regulatory body and here. So Maggie ka problem aaya. Government said, "Bhai, you have to come out clean." Time was given, etc. After some time, then what happens? Like if you see, every time you see all this, there is रैपर में बहुत सारे छोटे छोटे चीज लिखे रहते हैं, पढ़ नहीं पाते हैं, मतलब हम लोग जैसे लोग तो और नहीं पढ़ पाते. बट देयर इज समथिंग दैट्स फाइन प्रिंट, लाइक ट्रांस फैट कितना है इसमें, शुगर कंटेंट कितना है. हु इज बॉदर्ड? पीपल लाइक यू. हम तो निकल गए काफी हद तक. आप लोग वाला जनरेशन जो है ना, दे विल नॉट टॉलरेट. सो दैट्स व्हाई यंगर जनरेशन. नाउ वी वर टॉकिंग अबाउट इन्फ्लुएंसर्स एक्सेट्रा. He rightly said influencers खत्म हो जाएंगे. Why? The word influencer का है. Who can influence you? Only you can, provided you feel connected. See, now if I talk about Bhuvan Bam या I think like Kusha Kapila etc, it's like home names. अब अगर मैं बोल दूं कि how many of you know बरखा दत्त? हाँ सुना था, मम्मी देखती थी न्यूज, ठीक है. बट मैंने बोला रणवीर का इंटरव्यू, वाओ he talks like good, beer bicep कहीं तो इंटरव्यू चलता है. So that's a format. He has done that because now you can create that. But tomorrow, if he is propagating something which may not, how do we do that? There comes the broadcasting regulation. So the government has worked on regulations which has integrated all the media. It's a very complex situation. It cannot be done. So today, a IPL match, when it is telecast through your web stream, OTT platform or television, etc., they have certain regulations. Similarly, each and every content which goes to you. That's why your Meta, Facebook in this case, Twitter, X in the real case, Insta, etc., they have to work so that they are helping you provide. There are many cases where it is banned. Like right now, many of us are suffering because farmer strike ho raha hai. Internet gets blocked. Why? It is not, government doesn't want that ki ban ho jaye, kuch ho. They are doing it so that misinformation nahi aaye. And misinformation creates the problem. So net, government has to work in regulations that are provided. I don't want to bore you with how the regulations are. There are many cases. Like one example I'll just take. Let's take the case of when consumer protection ka aaya ki that, this gaming thing. Now, like gaming versus, gambling. So they created a new word for it. It's skill-based gaming. But it's addiction. The problem is addiction. Anything. He rightly said, don't read. Read here. Read books. Read like what a young friend is doing. Read people. ठीक है. अब आप पे प्रेशर आ गया, आपको तो सबको मनाना पड़ेगा. ठीक है. But that's what we want. Look up. Read. Because then only when you read that, the government stroke your stakeholders will be actually engaging. So, I mean, the fake news ho ya kuch, they have worked accordingly that the regulation can only provide to one level. मैं गिराऊंगा रैपर नहीं, provision दिया गया है, please put it there. So it has to be at 3 levels. Somebody finds that there is a need, government helps in putting the regulation and then getting implemented through the law bodies. Long answer, but I hope it managed.
Thank you so much for that. I guess audience and students, they were able to understand the gist that what exactly this government is doing and how they're trying to promote self-regulation at the very first step. Next, I would like to invite Manish sir. Sir, the question that we would know from you is how can brands, especially the kind of industry and sector that you operate in, Pawan Hans and Helicopter, how can brands balance sustainable practices with effective marketing strategies in today's competitive landscape? So we would like to know your thoughts on this.
I didn't get it.
Yeah, sure. So how can brands balance sustainable practices with effective marketing strategies?
Sustainability, zero emission and all.
Right,
We
right,
are going
right,
towards
sir.
that.
So
say,
carbon
by
emission and global
carbon
warming, yeah.
emission,
Right, sir.
zero emission. I said that, but the fuel, sustainable fuel, they are still under process. Like
Right, sir.
now, it's like 10% and all. But by 2030, those sustainable fuel we should be having. But what impact it will be having on the aircrafts, the machines, and all, that is also on the study. Because though we try to get go towards that zero emission, it at times becomes difficult because these machines at all we cannot replace it immediately. The machines are costly, investment is quite huge over there. Unless and until the machines are produced in that manner, then only we can, over a period of time, can go.
Right, sir. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much for that, sir. Saurabh, sir, you are up for the next question, sir. I think you want to play a video for the audience, sir.
Yeah, I just wanted to play a video which is very much my initiative out of the box and how that has implemented in a real time money, which is business, right? Anything which is in marketing, trust me, or CSR, the company has their own agendas in life. They will contribute it and they will do it. So I just wanted to play one video for you guys. I hope you like it, and I'll tell you the impact of that video in our business after that. Right. So
Sir, so now we want you to take us through the video. What exactly
yes,
we
yes.
meant by the video?
So basically any business which is there, right? So I met my marketing head. I said, यार मैंने रणवीर सिंह को बोला है, मैं उनको एक इवेंट में मिला था कि वो हमारे साथ ऐड बनाएंगे. तो वो कह रहे हैं यार तू रणवीर सिंह को मिल गया, कमर्शियलिटी क्या है क्या नहीं है. मैंने कहा वो देख लेंगे because we met it because I'm very close to Deepika Padukone's dad as he's into sports and he comes in a many events for us. मैंने कहा हो जाएगा, आप चिंता मत करो. And he said, what about the time? What about the branding? I was supposed to take Akshay Kumar. I said, you can't take Akshay Kumar because Akshay Kumar is already doing a Fit India, which is a very big agenda of CSR when it comes to the sports. So मैंने कहा आप इनको लीजिए. तो somehow it worked out for us. And you know, in one day we got around 7,000 membership because of this video. 7,000 gym memberships and 7,000 people coming to our website and buying the products which we are selling. So all I'm trying to say, it should be impactful, it should be everything. But yes, in a today's world, आप लोग के साथ engage करने के लिए भाई बहुत कुछ करना पड़ता है हमें. तो अभी तो ये रणवीर सिंह है, लेकिन trust me, you have to see the impact by the mind. आप कई बार अपनी जो comfort zone है उससे हटके if you go, you realize it that you have to put the challenging things to you. जैसे everybody is saying कि do this, do that. According to me, understand your business, get up for the business thing, work it out commercially with the people you can, and just move on with that. So we'll get back to your question now.
All right, sure. Saurabh sir, the question that we wanted to have your thoughts on was, what are some challenges and best practices for balancing responsible marketing with commercial objectives in various sectors? Because the commercial objectives, at the end of the day, it's about profit. But where do we put things like responsible marketing and sustainable marketing into this entire calculation?
So I think so. Anything that you work on, it has to be gone through a level of people, right? Everybody has to be on the board that, okay, we want you to do this. So every marketing strategy or anything, your chief marketing officer has to be very open. Sometimes I felt that, one person takes the whole business away. But what should be done is that when you're sitting with 10 director of strategy and everything, we should sit down on the board and we should discuss that, okay, what kind of things we should do. Like me, I really wanted to empower women in sports like kabaddi and kho, where they are getting the permanent jobs, where they are getting the permanent agenda. So what we did is that we got associated with Kho Federation. So Kho Federation now is Kho League is coming live in Sony. So we tied up with them for 5 years of contract, where we will see that what kind of facilities a woman needs, and we will support her end to end with the kit, with the shoes, with the money, anything we can do that. Because we are a 360 degrees brand now. We are into nutritions, we are into clothing, we are into shoes factories, huge sports agenda we are coming with. So anything that you bring to the table, like you just said, it has to be mixed with the empowerment you can do. It can be a very, very small impact also, but trust me, if that impact is copied by government or someone else, the impact, it gets scalable. So whatever you do, it has to be scalable in life, right? If I'm doing this ad and I'm just stopping from here, my business will not exist. Because see, we are the biggest gym chain now. We are into Cult Fit, Gold Gym, Fitness First. We have acquired everything because we don't want any competition to sustain in front of us. This is called as sustain business strategy. So we are very clear that only one sports brand, Make in India, will survive, which is Cult. And we are 100% into that agenda, right? We are getting paid very well. So our agenda increases. But the thing is that it has to be agenda driven business strategies, marketing strategies. If you're not having some kind of agenda, what kind of brand, if you're not associated, for an example, I don't care which degree you are carrying at, trust me, after 2 years, your performance and your things, you'll stand out. No problem. Trust me. I was from London Business School. I have done a beautiful degree, but who cares now? Everybody's knowing my face and going right. So symbiosis, anything, doesn't matter. Just go with your thing. Getting back to the topic of sustainability, I will highly recommend you guys to go for, I'm a member of Accenture sustainability program, right? So in that, you can take a membership and you can directly see what kind of, and what happens, it's a whole day exercise, right? So it comes from Australia, then it goes to Denmark, it goes to everything, which was very well mentioned by them. So sustainability is the biggest job creator right now. Trust me. You just go there, you'll find such a big sustainability commercial officers who's helping for any mission. So any mission which is into sustainability, getting back to the topic, should come to your organization. We should take the best trends from the organization and tell our bosses that, okay, why we are not putting the efforts into some other agendas. So CSR is a very big word, but it has to be supported end to end. So anything which can be supported and you can see the real-time difference within short time, I think so that marketing strategies and that CSR should be collaborated. So for an example, we have already enrolled 2,000 women into our program, right? So that 2,000 women is getting the things. We are taking the real-time marketing from there, that how we are making them empower, how we are supporting them. And trust me, it is nothing but, when they see the support for Kabaddi and Kho, and they are earning around 2 CR contract, and Kabaddi League, for an example, is giving 2 CR contract to people. So there are a lot of people behind that, right? The effort. But that 2 CR for a Kabaddi player, trust me, they just cry. And it is very emotional for us also that to see something successful right there. So everybody needs a support, but you have to see your marketing strategies, that what kind of CSR you can do, and you can do at least for 5 years with a short impact. So that is the main agenda of CSR and marketing. And always remember one thing, it should be short and long-term both, because your board of members, your board of directors will only support you when you do something in short sight also. Like 5-6 months, if you show them that this is the work I have done, now I want you to scale it, nobody will say no, but you have to showcase the model to the people that, okay, this is the CSR I'm doing with my marketing. This is my vision. And you should be open for the criticism. Trust me, people criticize me every day. I love it, including my wife. So it is okay. If you criticize me, it means they are getting involved with my idea, right? If they don't criticize and they just walk out, I feel very bad, really. I tell my bosses, yaar, kya ho gaya aaj? Nahi, okay, idea, theek. I just asked them. I just wanted to explore them because their yes is very important for me, that we are into this agenda. Now we know that, okay, whatever impact will be, it will be of a group impact. Success will be shared, and जो lose करते हैं वो तो यार चलता रहता है. It's a part and parcel. Every subject you cannot score 100 marks, right? Some subjects are not good for us because that's how the human body is made. But trust me, any CSR, any marketing, just sit down. You guys should sit down. You should see the impact real time. I'll send to Manju ma'am also. We have 7 to 8 practices of CSR and marketing, how they are compiled together. That will open up your mind. Read the case studies of people. Excellent case studies by Toyota, how they empowered whom, right? Excellent study of Decathlon, how they empowered in their own sports. So just read the real time exercise. It will help you out. That's what I'm saying. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that, sir. I think it was pretty thoughtful, and we have to keep money in the business as well. I mean, at the end of the day, we're not running a sure, absolutely. All right. So now, moving ahead, I would like to have Manu, sir, to share his thoughts on the idea, and it is actually based on a case study, and it is actually what exactly happened in the market. That was about Tata Nano. How many of you actually know about Tata Nano? Everybody, right? So was it a successful product or a failure? Failure. And why was it a failure? Okay. So now to shed light on this, that although Tata Nano was an engineering marvel that was envisioned by Sir Ratan Tata, but still it turned out to be a failure product, I would like to have Manu, sir, to share his thoughts that why it failed. Yeah, they have a fair idea about it. Yeah.
What is the audience feedback? Why it failed?
Audience, people from the audience, please participate.
Why
Yeah.
you said why it failed?
Please get up. Beta.
So I think you had your answer.
So can we have a big round of applause for him, please?
So that's the best case study of a marketing, that you have given an answer yourself. See, in our learnings, that's where we call it that marketing is a very complex matrix. It's a very straight line, and it's an evolving vicious circle. So to some places, when I was playing a role for CMO, global CMO and Cannes, we used to tell our team, let's make a straight circle. So the point was that let's make a straight circle. So if we all said that a marvel product, so like if we look at the piece of marketing, product a brilliant, innovation, some new things coming up, pricing fantastic because you want to cater to a particular audience, आप उसको cater कर रहे हैं. Pricing brilliant कि सबके आपने affordability को touch कर दिया. But आप ही ने एक word बोला कि that they missed out in their promotion. And that is what it collapsed the whole thing. The whole project went off because the perception and the communication and the comms that went, लोगों ने ये, see, he wanted to give a marvel to the industry, which he has given immense products to the country. And I'm sure everyone, some or the other way, is using a Tata product. Like, it's an example that today the commodity has become a brand. आपके घर में कोई भी नहीं बोलता मम्मी दीदी वाइफ सिस्टर मदर व्हाटएवर कि नमक ले आ, टाटा सॉल्ट ले आओ या पिल्सबरी ले आओ व्हाटएवर. सो ये पहले कमोडिटीज बोली जाती थी, आटा गेहूं चावल, ये पहले कमोडिटीज थी या ब्रांड्स बन गए. एंड टुडे ब्रांड्स हैव बिकम अ कमोडिटी. They are running and getting into a price war. Now, if you look at this case study of Tata, the revival of this case study, any other example of revival of the same brand? Anyone from the audience? The same brand, which we said Tata Motors as a group, it has revived back. An example by what it revived back. So let me give an hint. Taking over of, okay, Jaguar. Next step. The positioning, anyone raising hand? So, okay, in interest of time, I'll move forward. Positioning of Range Rover as Harrier in India. That
How many of us know
changed the
this actually?
whole perspective and paradigm. Okay, so I think that's
Hold on a
a
second.
that was a good response. Whoever has said, sorry, I missed it, but they positioned as a Marvel product. Everyone was aspiring कि हाँ Range Rover, Evoque, Sports ऐसी कार होनी चाहिए. They did a Marvel engineering around it. They priced it right in that perspective. In today's time, आप अपने पेरेंट्स से पूछें, पहले it was a time of sedan cars. There was not so much of hatchback and SUVs. Today, every car is an SUV car. The segment is changing, the dynamics is changing. To your point, the consumer behavior and the pattern is changing. And then definitely coupled back with the Tata's trust, availability, restock in product, pricing, placement, and the right promotion. And that revived back Tata Motors coming back in the top three, where you have like Honda and other things playing. One thing I'll add to this example is a very brilliant example in this automobile. Can any one of you give a global name in the automobile? A global name in automobile, which has also climbed the ladders. Please be a bit loud. No. Ford is gone. It's Toyota, the Japanese. See, look at their strategy. They have gone very strategic. They captured the Asia-Pacific market, and they were the taxi brand in that segment. Their positioning in India market was a game changer with a family car with Amir Khan getting into that positioning. Family car. जैसे कि हमारा बजाज का concept होता था. When we spoke about concept, trust, father, wife, and the bacha is going in a safe. So safety. So they played around safety. Over the period of time when they were capturing the other Latin American markets and the other North American markets, they started doing cosmetic changes. Now, if you see the old conventional Innovas or the old conventional cars and the new cars, they have changed. So they are the global number one spot. They have beaten even Honda worldwide. So Hyundai is in a very specific segment. Hyundai is playing, and overall they will overshadow Hyundai by Kia. So Kia is going very well. Kia has been a global market in some of the APAC markets. They have really captured India with becoming as a subsidiary. So on the same lines, there have been a brilliant case studies and with the organizations जो fall करे हैं, and they have done some corrections also. So again, as I said, marketing is a very, it's like you can play the role like a necessary evil also. It's like very complex. आपका एक act सही नहीं हुआ, एक आपका communication right नहीं हुआ, then you are gone. The consumer detaches you completely. आपने कहा कि cheap car की जगह affordable बोलते थे. So मेरा एक क्वेश्चन है, आज आप बोल रहे हैं affordable बोलते cheap की जगह, उस समय सारे बड़े बड़े giants इतना बड़ा बड़ा दिमाग काम कर रहा था, कहीं तो कहीं एक स्लिपेज हो गई. सो जो कम्युनिकेशन गई, जो एक मैसेजिंग गई, जो एक कनेक्ट बना, वो परसीवियंस सही नहीं हुई. सो जो आप स्टोरी बोल रहे हो, एज मैम सेड, वेरी राइट वर्ड, आई थिंक सेल्फ मार्केटिंग. हम लोग लाइक आई एम कमिंग फ्रॉम अ सेल्स बैकग्राउंड टू मार्केटिंग वेरियस रोल्स, ऐसे आशीष जी ने बोला एंड ऑल दीस थिंग्स. An ideal time to sell a product and the attention span, any gauge of time limit. आप कितनी देर में एक प्रोडक्ट बेच सकते हैं, कितनी देर में आप अपने आप को बेच सकते हैं, कितनी देर में आप कुछ भी बेच सकते हैं. An ideal time, अगर आप मोदी को भी फॉलो करें, like when we say it's a very good case studies, the way the India has been marketed well, positioned well, everyone is talking about India everywhere, right from the US to Dubai. मतलब कल वहां मंदिर भी खुल गया गल्फ कंट्री में. So what is that? Have you observed that time span? That's a very short time span. It's all with your consumer behavior. जैसे आपने बोला कि अगर मुझे ऐड नहीं समझ में आया अपने स्क्रीन पे, मैंने छोड़ दिया. It's like in seconds. It's in seconds. Globally, it's 8 seconds. 8 सेकंड में अगर मैंने आपको अपने आगे अच्छे से नहीं रखा, आप कहोगे this is an idiot, let him go out. Or the product is not right. Only then it has to be on a different levels. Curiosity, conversation. फिर जितना भी आपका academics है, जैसे मैम ने समझाया, self marketing, उन्होंने कहा criticism, तो criticism ये सब इसलिए important है because you're crossing that stages. and he got your attention with dropping that wrapper. So I think that is how that attention was there, and you pointed it right कि आपने नीचे गिरा दिया, कि आप stage पे बैठे हो और आपने नीचे गिरा दिया. You were not that compliant enough. So to your point, I think that's been a brilliant case study which has fallen, and as a brand has bounced back and is among the top 3. And another innovation being followed on the same segment is like with Thar, with Mahindra coming up. I don't know that the new SUV how much is going, but Thar has really made a segment. It's a niche which has picked up. Yeah.
Right, sir. Thank you so much for that, sir. I think now that Tata Nano case study will always be there in your perspective, and you will not be able to forget the learnings that has been shared just now. Now, to add to that, I would like to invite Anup, sir.
So I'll just take from what Manu has said about Tata Nano. You know, how, at least on record, how Mr. Tata wanted that car. I mean, anybody has thing? So he had seen a family of 4 on a scooter, हमारा बजाज, आगे पीछे crowded में, and I think 2 या 3 बच्चे थे. So he said that, what can we do to provide safety? Remember, Saurabh said that the integrity of the organization is to be there. So it's been thought through. So it was just not marketing stroke product. They said, we have to create a product where all these people can be safely taken. The rest, he explained, I mean, it was positioned in certain manner, it didn't work out. But if you see, Tata Motors had struggle. Initially, Tata Motors was considered, in fact, one of their first brands also, the Tata Indica, etc. didn't work that well because it was considered taxi. कैसे बना पाएंगे कार, मतलब ये तो ट्रक बनाते हैं, बस बनाते हैं, heavy गाड़ी, diesel गड़ गड़ गड़, तो फिर वो taxi, then things change. But today, like beautifully mentioned about Toyota, which is the other big T which is selling. The big T, Musk की company, Tesla.
Tesla, guys.
It is Tesla which is doing. And today, Tata Motors is giving run for the money with their EV. Now that is where the key is. Today, if you don't know the words like ESG, if you don't know the word purpose of the organization, please go and do something else. I don't know what is going to be the something else. You have to talk purpose of the organization. You have to talk ESG. ये सब words रखने पड़ेंगे. While everything will be environment, social, governance, everything falls in that. You all are going to be the future managers जहां आपके CV में अभी से डालना शुरू करो. But like he said, हवा में कुछ नहीं. वो music real वाला होना चाहिए, नहीं कि like the people you should be talking about ESG. ऐसा नहीं चलेगा. वो रणवीर कोई पसंद नहीं है. ऐसे मार्केटर जब बैठेंगे स्ट्रेटेजिक, वो सीधा हटा देंगे, यार छोड़ दे. मैडम ने बोला था ना तो प्रोफाइल में लिखने. ना. Believe in that. Believe in, if suppose somebody is seeing, if I am walking out, sir, walkie तो ठीक था, वो नहीं करना चाहिए था आपको. Have the guts in telling. So that is where. So ESG, purpose of the organization. Like when we all came, there was something given, handed over to each of us. What was given? Tulsi sapling. Who owns the brand Tulsi? After the session, when you get time, just do a Google. There are patent issues on that. India fights. Who does that? So the government of India, there is a global patent rule which is there. Now, why do we feel strong about it? Tata is equal to trust, mentioned. That trust has come over a period of 110 years now, I think, when they started the first steel plant from Sakchi became Jamshedpur. That is the place. So Tata always believes, and today it's called the salt to software company. Right? Because everything Tata does is equal to trust. Trust comes with purpose. Abhi word aaya. They were doing it in a different manner. Beautifully explained. I mean, if you read the case studies, do a case study on Tata Steel Sakchi. Sakchi was a village in Jamshedpur. Some people from East would know, which was finally made into Jamshedpur. And the late Sir Jamshedji, he was given Sir title. Sir title. Sir Jamshedji title. T. Jamshed. So point is that Tata Nano may sell, may not sell. Mr. Tata, trust will be there. Purpose of the organization will be there. It was Ranveer's thing. Here, body bana raha hai, kahi kar raha hoga. Why did he go and spend time? He used the word, he was close to Deepika's dad. Deepika's dad, most of you would know, famous badminton player. Everybody knows family. So sports connect. वो हवा वाला नहीं है कि कुछ ने बॉडी बनाए. We all believe in that. So net purpose is very important for any organization. Then only came. I'll just close with that. So Coca-Cola as a company, they redefined 5 P's. They started with something called portfolio, which is products range. Okay. They called partners, where they work with different stakeholders, their beverage partners, etc. Then they called people, employee friendly, stakeholder friendly, etc. Then they called planet. If you are not towards the planet, you're gone. So zero carbon emission, it's important. And they wanted to use the word profit, but in India, profit means bahut paise peet rahe ho boss, nahi chalega. So they got it changed to performance. So when ma'am says that you all should be active in doing, it is not that. He beautifully again said, long run and short term. Bada goal hai that you will become business entrepreneurs or whatever. I mean, in whatever context. अभी long है कि 2 साल का या 5 साल का जो भी कोर्स कर रहे हो, I will have to achieve that degree stroke diploma. But every quarter, every paper, that's the short term की boss दिखाना है. मैम पकड़ेगी नहीं, मुझे खुद करना है. So that is more important. So AI will only work when you use HI, human intelligence. Thank you.
All right. Can I have a big round of applause for everybody? All right. So with that, ladies and gentlemen and students, we come to the end of this wonderful discussion. I think everybody sitting here was able to take away some lesson, some key takeaways that will help you in days to come. And as the theme of the session was that embrace technology, don't fear it. And my dear friends, the only statement that I would like to say at the end is that you're not going to lose your job to AI, but you are going to lose your job to somebody who knows how to use AI. So thank you so much for that, sir. Let's have a big round of applause for everybody. And now I would like to hand over the dice to Sonali ma'am.
Thank you so much, sir. I once again like to thank all the esteemed guests for being with us today. I request Dr. Geeti Sharma, Director MIMT, to present a memento to Shri Manish Rokhade. Let's have a huge round of applause, everyone. I request Dr. Manju Gupta to present a memento to Mr. Saurabh Puri. Thank you so much, ma'am. I request Dr. Minakshi Sharma to present a memento to Mr. Manu Seth. I request Dr. Seema Pundi to present a memento to Mr. Anup Sharma. Thank you so much, everyone. I now request Dr. Minakshi Sharma to please come forward for her vote of thanks. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Sonali ma'am. Thank you is such a prayer, cannot be seen or touched. It must be felt by heart. I feel honored and privileged to get opportunity to propose a vote of thanks on this event. I would like to thank all the honorable delegates who blessed us with their presence. Mr. Saurabh Puri, Mr. Manu Seth, Mr. Anup Sharma, and Mr. Manish. Thank you so much for enlightening us with your wisdom. On behalf of the organizing committee, I convey deep regards and hearty thanks to our management members, Chairman Sir, Vice Chairman Sir, and Executive Directors. They always support us in all possible manner to organize the events. My special thanks to Dr. Manju Gupta, Strategic Management, for her gracious presence and contribution. I would like to thank our director, Dr. Geeti Sharma, for her constant help and guidance that radiated a source of energy within us. I am very much thankful to HOD, coordinators, mentors, faculty members, and non-teaching staff who always stand by us. We have been fortunate enough to be backed by a team of very dedicated and motivated student committee and volunteers. My special thanks to coordinators of the event, Dr. Jaspreet Kaur, Mr. Sanikant, Ms. Sonali Chauhan, and Mr. Dipanshu Yadav. I would like to thank the technical team and social media team. Last but not the least, I thank to Almighty who has granted countless blessings, knowledge, and opportunity. Thank you so much, all. Now, all join. Yeah.
Yeah. First, I want with them and they're standing.
Okay.
If I don't get a chance to meet celebrities. मैं सबसे अच्छा लग रहा है। I know आपने वो केक वगैरह को दिखा दिया।
मैं नेशनल एंथम करा दूंगी।
नेशनल एंथम एक कॉफी के साथ।
हाँ, ठीक है। नहीं बढ़िया।
मैंने बोल दिया था कि वॉइस को मैनेज करना थोड़ा तेज।
कमी था ये। हाँ।
The government of India has started something. They are going to give Best Creator Award. इतने सारे के साथ मैं डालूंगा तो शायद मेरा भी chance. Yeah, but anybody of you who is in this business of so if any of you are actually using social media for, I mean, as a content creator, influencer, like Manu sir rightly said, it's not influencers. We do influence with our words, like we all. But if you all are actually creating, go to MyGov site, MyGov. The government of India is actually now, imagine such a big thing that now they are going to recognize creators. Is it like, so everybody will be here and we'll, मैं भी ट्राई कर रहा था. So this was, thank you all for supporting me. मैं भी शायद डालूंगा तो एंट्री मिले. But good, do that.
Thank you so much, sir.
एक करते हैं जो आज के लिए लोग बोलते हैं प्लान्ड इट. ये कैंडिड होता था ना, अब चलता है प्लान्ड इट. सो लाइक लेट्स आपको बता रहा था और ठीक लग रहा है कि नाउ आई टू माय इंडिया मुझे वो जाएगी अवार्ड यार. नहीं I used it at Jaipur. Jaipur research में था. तो बताया मतलब नहीं हुआ. You learn so much. मैंने रील्स ऐसे क्यों वीडियो? आप चलते रहो, पॉज करो, आगे बढ़ो. अच्छा. And I did that. हो गया तो फिर अभी. See? Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. I request everyone to please stand in the honor of national anthem.
See, on the coffee, tabhi globally it's and a lot can happen over coffee. That's the line that goes. वो तो मन की बात में चला गया.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता. पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा. विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा. तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे. गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे